I want to bring in Temadayo Aganga-Williams, former senior investigative counsel for the House Select Committee to investigate January 6th. Also with us, President and CEO of the National Constitution Center, Jeffrey Rosen. He is author of a new book, The Pursuit of Happiness: How Classical Writers on Virtue Inspired the Lives of the Founders and Defined America. Jeffrey, help us understand the importance of this split.
The split is significant, and the most important thing is that the liberals feel that the court went so far that they quoted Bush v. Gore and the majority's decision in Dobbs, the abortion case. They quoted Justice Breyer as saying what was done should have been left undone. They quoted Dobbs as saying if it's not necessary to decide, it's necessary not to decide. And they said that, yes, it's right to kick him off the ballot for states, but for the court to go beyond that and say that no federal court could ever decide that he's guilty of insurrection violates the original understanding and text of the Constitution. And that's why it's so significant that Justice Barrett joined. She is an originalist and a textualist, and she feels that her conservative colleagues were violating those principles in not being restrained.
So, Jeffrey, the fact that they didn't address this issue of whether or not Donald Trump engaged in an insurrection, does it offer us any clues? Do you see anything here that would suggest anything about the immunity decision that we know they're going to have to do?
Well, the fact that they were willing to go so far in immunizing President Trump from any kind of accountability, even as we were discussing, if he were convicted of insurrection, suggests that far from being sensitive to the timing of the immunity decision, they might well, not ruling for him on immunity, because as we just heard, no one legal scholars don't expect that, but slow-walking it, saying that the lower court should engage in further fact-finding and making any possibility of a trial before Election Day impossible. So the liberal justices in this case at least felt that the court was bending over backward to protect President Trump, and that does not bode well for those who hope that the court will rule the other way in future cases.
So no immunity case before the November election, you don't think?
I mean, it could. It's dependent on the court's schedule. And again, he's not going to be found to be immune, but actually completing a trial by November will be tough.
Agreed. I think it's very unlikely.
And on that note, unanimity of opinion. Thanks, guys. Temadayo Aganga-Williams and Jeff Rosen. It's great having both of you here. Appreciate it.